Hi, I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies, and today we're going to unbox the new Win Atom X Pro 39. Now I've already done a review on the Atom X 39, but this is the Pro version. So when I first did the review on the Atom X, it was a red matte finish. You can go and check my review for that. And I said it looked pretty average, and when Win came to see me, I said, look, this bow looks pretty average and not impressed at all. And it definitely didn't look as good as the Dragonfly. So this is their new version. So it comes in a nice box. And we're going to unbox this. So you get a Win hat. It comes with a bow bag. Now, unlike Hoyt, the bow is inside the bow bag, which is incredibly clever. So the bag itself is a good bag. It's got a pocket on the front for arrows, and inside it's all padded with this nice fairy kind of finish. I'm going to guess there's an instruction manual somewhere. It's in the back pocket. There's an instruction manual and this really long Allen key. Now this is one of the greatest Allen keys ever. And I mean that nicely. And what's so great about this Allen key is it's so long you can get like heaps of torque, like leverage. So most Allen keys are short, and when you're adjusting the limbs, it's really hard to get enough leverage. This thing is huge, easy to wind up and wind down. Now this is the Atom X, and I think this is a hot looking bow. I think it's awesome. I think it looks cool. I think Win have, from the disappointment of the Atom X from the Dragonfly, and the disappointment from the recurve to the Atom X, which to me was huge, because they've gone from a bow which looked like $1,000, which it is $1,000, but they've taken a bow which is $1,000 and made it look like a $300 bow. And with the Win target bows, their paintwork is just awesome. And with their compound, they just hadn't done it justice. And the Dragonfly looked awesome with the marble finish. But this here, like, look at this, this is awesome. So this is the Pro. So you've got a black finish on the outside, the handle. Now the black itself, it's kind of a shiny sort of finish. The limb graphics, let's just zoom in on the graphics, are awesome. It's got this little limb dampener here, which is awesome. Rear stabilizer hole. It's also got the side one. Now the concept behind this is the Americans like theirs on the side and the Europeans like theirs on the back. So take from that what you will. Now the reason why you want this bow, besides the look, and we all know having a target bow is all about looks, because we really don't care how they shoot. And this bow looks awesome. Now the reason why you want this bow is you don't need a bow press to work on it. You can wind this bow down fully, take the strings off without a bow press. So that's one of the major reasons why you want this bow. Split limbs, which are nice, carbon limbs, new limb pockets, all metal. They've changed the limb bolts here to make it all tighter, more compact. It's a nice system the way it works. The little bolt here, this is all metal, this is where the limb bolt goes into. All nice. Double string stop, so string stop for the string stop for the cable. A new roller slide here, which is much better than the past roller slide, and I'll just take this one off so you can see it. So this is a new roller slide. So compared to the old one from Win had some issues. This is a new one. You'll see the little rubbers there, which cause friction on the thing. This is awesome. The other one was pretty crappy. I mean, there's plenty of people who use it, but it had problems. So let's call it what it is. This one has been fixed. Now they haven't served the cables here, and I'm in a bit of a mixed bag whether you serve or not serve. So 2 weeks ago I had this thing where they should all be served. Then people come in my shop with these old PSE bows. They're not served. The cables really are not wearing that much in there. They've got to reserve other parts of their strings. and the strings themselves haven't worn where it runs over the rollers on the cable slide. So I'm like, well, maybe PSE's right by not serving in the middle, but other bow companies do. Win & Win have not served that part there. They have served where it hits the stop. The strings themselves look nice, the black and yellow. Now the string stop at the top, so you've got a limb stop just there, top, only at the top. You think I'd remember the stuff, but I can't remember much. Now the string stop is used as a draw stop, so you draw it back, a physical stop. Now the reason you have it on this bow, this is a hybrid cam, is to adjust let off. So if you want to reduce let off, you have this string stop. If you want to reduce let off, that's correct. If you want to reduce let off, you have this string stop hit early. If you want to increase let off to make it like 90% let off, you have this hit late. It's a good little system. The let off here, fully adjustable here. They've got a nice little chart to tell you which number refers to what draw length, and what number to have it set on for what let off you want. So either 80, 70 or 60. Nice and simple. The cams, now these are a flat black. Now the first Axiom I saw, they were matte as well, but they look crappy. This looks awesome. The cams look nice and clean. This looks awesome. Now this little rubber thing here may perish because I've had issues with rubber perishing. I'm not going to say that is going to perish, but I'm saying I have issues with rubber perishing. So just be aware of that little thing there. So you may need to buy some rubber. There is rubber on the limb here where it hits to protect the limb, obviously. But overall, the flex cable guard, this is very much like PSE used. Win & Win was the first people to come out with it, unless someone else did and I don't know about it. But this is a good system. The paint is glossy all over. I'm hoping that sort of comes through. It's a fantastic paint finish. You can see how much it sort of shines. Now, when it came to the Axiom, which I did shoot, I shot quite well with, and I did like it as a bow to shoot, more so than I like the look of the bow. This bow I really like the look of. In fact, it's one of my favourite bows as far as the look of it, and I do shoot a Perform, which I do like, but this just looks awesome. Now, Win & Win have produced a set of, I think it's the S21 stabilizers, which come in yellow and black, which I think would look awesome with this kit in the yellow and black theme, because there's not many of this colour themes out there, the yellow and black. They also do this bow in a black riser with orange highlights in the middle here. I just chose yellow and black because I thought it looked cool. Reminded me of Bumblebee from the Transformers, so I thought it looked cool. And this is definitely a bow I'm thinking about shooting. Not thinking about the red one that much about shooting because I didn't really like that one. But this, to me, I think Win & Win have really stepped it up. And how you take criticism, whether you say, look, this is good or bad, but it's about how you take positive criticism, say, look, this needs to be improved. This, huge improvement, like just massive. I don't even know who wanted that matte red thing, just disgusting. This is awesome, great work. And they also do it in paint finishes as well, I think, in the standard paint. But this, they do anodize as well, but this to me is something special. I really like it, and I'd like to turn up at a club with this bow because it looks just awesome. So anyway, I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies. Oh, I should mention about the little tag down here. So the bow comes with an EZ1, EZ2 cams. This is the EZ1. Its draw length is adjustable. I'm just going to read it because I get confused. This one's adjustable from 26.5 to 29 3/4. That's with the EZ cam, EZ1. Now, if you get the EZ2, which is longer draw length, the bow is adjustable from 29 3/4 to 32 3/4. Now, as I criticise Toyd and everyone gets on my bandwagon for not knowing anything, to me there's not a big crossover on draw length there. So let's say you're 29 3/4. you've got to decide whether you want the EZ1 or the EZ2, because really there's no crossover in draw length. So let's say you're 29 inches, then you go for EZ1 because the EZ2 is going to be too long. If you're 29.5, you kind of got that problem. Do I go for the EZ2 and it's going to be too long, or do I go to the EZ1 and risk it's going to be too short? So I prefer a bigger crossover in draw length. The difference between the EZ1 and EZ2 is just a bigger cam. The bow itself is identical, it's just a bigger cam. Obviously different strings, and I'm just going to show up this little card here. This card shows you what number to put everything on to change the draw length, to change the let off. So the first one says, God, if I could read, my eyes are going. So the first one says 26 3/4, 60% let off. You set the top on 0, the bottom on -1, and that gives you 60% let off. So to me, it's kind of simple. I like the bow itself. I like the looks. I love the concept of the yellow stabilizers with it, just to make it look different. Or you can use black stabilizers and put yellow yellow rubbers on the stabilizers to make it bling. But to me, that's a pretty awesome little bow, and I think Win and Win have done really well with it. I'm going to answer some questions about, because I got a couple of questions about, I mentioned before Win and Win had issues. They didn't have any issues with their split limbs. They had issues with the solid limbs, and I've got plenty of people still shooting a Dragonfly 38 with the original limbs, which the bows are 2 to 3 years old, and still shooting without a problem. So when I say they had a problem with limbs, it was not every bow. It was a percentage of bows had compression cracks on the inside. It's not the limbs exploding, it's just like little compression cracks, which are pretty common. These new ones, I'm just going to show some other stuff. They've got these little plates. This is cool over the limbs, so basically it stops if you dry fire the bow, limbs should be good. But the solid limbs, the split limbs themselves were good. I really like this system. They were good. I didn't have any issues. I suppose on the solid limbs I replaced, I'm going to say 2 or 3 out of the, I don't know how many I sold, maybe 30, 40 Dragonflies. And I may have replaced one which broke on the first day, which was a bit unusual to a guy in WA, and I replaced 2 locally. There may have been a couple of others there, but 2, 3. So it wasn't a big percentage, but it did wreck the overall sales of the Win and Win product. That with the new split limbs, and you can see these limbs are not under a lot of tension. So to me, I wouldn't expect there to be any issues. The cams have full roller bearings. I just can't see how this bow is going to have any issues at all. Literally forever to shoot. And I think Win and Win have done a really good job on this. And the cable guard, cable slide bolts in here. It's pretty good product. I kind of now like this one over the Dragonfly, so I'm sort of tempted to shoot this one, set it up with yellow stabilizers and shoot some target with it and see what sort of scores I shoot. So I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies, the Win and Win Atom X Pro. Check it out at your local archery shop, and check out Win and Win products. Thank you for watching. Bye.